Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maria Fernanda Sierra Parra, and today we're going to be talking about the activity Reflecting upon English Language Awareness. And this is an activity for the English 7th course. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you like it. So we're going to start answering a couple of questions regarding the course itself. And the first question is, what is the purpose of the course? So this course is planned to give the students a lot of skills, listening and speaking skills to understand and to be better at speaking with new people in real contexts. So the main purpose is strengthening foreign language linguistic, social linguistic, and pragmatic competences through the accomplishment of oral production tasks. The main goal is to learn how to speak properly and communicate ideas. How many learning outcomes can you find in the syllabus? So in the syllabus of this course, you can find 4 main learning outcomes, which are demonstrate oral skills, discuss about a controversial issue, interpret extended speech, and describe complex subjects. So as you can see, the whole course is directed to give you a better speech, better speaking skills, right? Then we have what are synchronic interaction activities. So these activities are all of those web conferences and meetings that you have with your tutors and your classmates, and you come together to share opinions, to share ideas, to communicate, to explore new concepts. So these are activities that allow interaction with a tutor and peers, which will provide authentic context. Remember that the main idea of learning English is always to be able to communicate in real scenarios, real life contexts, right? Then we have how many activities does the course have? In this case, we have 6 activities. They are called tasks. The first task is the reflecting upon English language awareness, which is this one, the one that we're completing. Then we have number 2, partaking in 7 weekly mandatory encounters, which is coming up. Number 3, debating controversial issues. Number 4, speaking part of Cambridge C1 Advanced. Number 5, the standardized test listening quiz. And the last one, which is delivering a real-time mini webinar. All of these tasks make up this course to complete and to achieve their goals, right? Then we have question number 5, which is, which activities in the course imply real-time interaction? So do you remember those synchronic activities? We have 4 of them in this course. Number 2, the task number 2 is partaking in 7 weekly mandatory encounters. We come together with our peers and tutors, and we learn and discuss some concepts and topics. Number 3, task number 3, which is debating controversial issues. Number 4, the speaking part of Cambridge C1 Advanced. And 6, delivering a real-time mini webinar. All of these tasks, they comply a real life interaction. So we need to come together with our classmates and tutors and participate in some meetings and activities, which require a lot of speaking, a lot of debating, and a lot of sharing ideas. Now, for the next part, we have the rules and, the rules of the course. They have, or this course has a lot of rules and conditions. They are perfect rules that we need to follow to have to take the best of the course. Let's start with honesty. Every single activity that you complete must be yours, and you must be honest with what you deliver. Then we have respect for everyone. You must respect your tutors, your peers, your classmates, and yourself as well. Then we have tools in good condition. So if we're working with a computer, with a camera, with a microphone, all of those need to be in a good condition for them to be appropriate for the course. Then we have teamwork. So it's very important to have a lot of teamwork. We must be good working with our classmates and peers. Then we have a lot of responsibility for your activities, your work, all of your teamwork. You need to be responsible and you need to work on time. So punctuality is highly recommended and highly necessary in this course. And finally, we're going to talk a little bit about my own experience in this language learning process. So studying English has been part of almost my entire life. I've been learning English since I was very little. I was around 8 years old when my father introduced me to the language because he liked it very much. So he got me introduced into this whole language world, and I liked it. And now that I look back to all of those things I've done with the language and all of those places I've been through the language, I feel very honored and very lucky. My current English level is a C1, as I got verified and certified by the last test, the EFSET test that I was provided by university. So I got a C1. And if you ask me how I was able to get here and to get to this point, it's definitely because of all of the things I've been doing since I was very little, right? So when I first started studying this language, I got into the Language Institute at Universidad Industrial de Santander. I was only 8 years old and I completed 17 levels of the language there. I didn't finish because I was going through high school, so I had a lot of things to do. But then when I graduated from high school, I got enrolled into Praxis English Academy. I took a semester off and I studied English for the whole semester after I graduated from high school. And I graduated from Praxis English Academy being a B2 plus student. So at that point, I had mastered my listening and my speaking skills, and I was very, I had improved a lot by then. After I finished my studies in Praxis English Academy, I decided to start studying the English language program, like the teaching program in Universidad Industrial de Santander. So I completed 3 semesters there, but then I wanted to work. So I started working and I switched my university from Universidad Industrial de Santander to Universidad Nacional Abierta y a Distancia, which is this one, the one that I'm studying at the moment. So I started working, and since then I have been working a lot as a full-time teacher. I'm also a debt collector for a company in the United States, which has been a pretty amazing experience. It has given me a lot of opportunities, a lot of growth, a lot of confidence. So I think that all of my, most of my speaking skills have been, masterized by my job. I have had great opportunities of learning the language in a real scenario, in a real context every day of my life for the past 4 or 5 years. I can say it's definitely different learning language as an adult than I was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was very quick. I was very happy about learning. I didn't mind anything, only having fun. And I wanted to be with my friends and with my partners and tutors. But now that I am an adult, I see the language as a great opportunity of having a better job and better life quality. So I still like having fun, but now I see it in a different way. I think of the language as a car that can take me to greater places, right? So when I was a kid, I was definitely quicker. I could understand things quicker. Maybe I was better at images and colors and using my senses to learn. But now that I am an adult, I'm always very into visual and writing things. I like to write. I like to see what I'm learning. So I have mastered some of my ways of learning. When I was a kid, I could learn in many different ways. So that's why I think it's different, but I still learn every single day. I consider that learning a foreign language never ends, and you can keep up as long as you want. So if you want to learn for 2, 3, 5 years, 70 years, 80 years, your entire life, you can learn. So the only thing that you need to do is organize your time, organize your ideas, and focus on the language. Like if you really want to learn this language, you need to focus and you need to know why you're learning this language. Is it because you want to study abroad? Is it because you want to work abroad? Is it because of your work? Is it because you just like it, or because your parents like it? You need to know why it is important for you, right? And as I was telling you, so if you want to keep on learning a new language, so you need to get involved into multicultural activities and build up the habits that you have of reading in a foreign language or listening to music in a foreign from some foreign singers and so much more. And finally, I wouldn't say that learning a language is difficult, but it requires a lot of discipline and a lot of interest. These two things will take you to greater places. So if you really want to build your habit, you need to think of it every single day. So every day you're working on it, you're thinking about it, you're thinking about the next step and the next place that you want to go to. Right? I know that I'm far from finish my learning process. I haven't, and I don't think I'm perfect in the language, but I know I can improve every single day, and I know I can do better, right? Not only with English, but with any other new foreign language I want to learn. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much. Goodbye.